have arrived at the Woodlands crossing. So later I'm going to make a left turn up the slope to get to the checkpoint to exit Singapore and enter the causeway. It's gonna be like very exciting, and I'm wondering how on earth I'm going to. You see there's actually another road on top. How on earth I am going to cross from the leftmost lane of this road, the slope all the way to the left of the other side of the road. We'll soon find out. I hope the causeway don't jam. I will need to check the Google map. A few hours ago, the whole stretch between the Woodlands checkpoint and the JB checkpoint is heavily congested, so I'm like, oh my god. Luckily, the situation right now is that from the Woodlands checkpoint all the way to the Singapore-Malaysia border, the traffic is still okay, pretty much smooth flowing. But here's when things start to get interesting. Once I cross the Singapore-Malaysia border, all the way until the JB checkpoint, it's still heavily congested. So when the traffic situation gets better, how to cross from the leftmost lane of this road to the slip road that you see on my left. That one need accurate timing. Got to watch out for traffic coming from the slip road on the left. Once this is done, we have arrived at Woodlands checkpoint. Okay, got to be very careful now. Okay, so you see the two poles ahead is where me and my bike have to pass through to get to the motorcycle lane. As you can see the sign right here. So looking at the traffic from the side road. Okay, get ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Yeah, wait for this motorcycle to pass by first. Okay, right now we are in the motorcycle lane, cyclist lane, so we're going to chop passports. We have just made it past the Woodlands checkpoint. If you look behind me, that is actually the Singapore-Johor Causeway. We are like officially a few hundred meters to the boundary between Singapore and Malaysia. That's the international border. Within like 1 to 2 minutes, we will already cross the Singapore-Malaysia border. Guys, we have just crossed the Singapore-Malaysia international border. Welcome to Malaysia. Woohoo! If you look ahead, this is where things start to get interesting. There is an upslope and then start to jam. I hope this don't apply to motorcycle lanes or bicycle lanes. Okay, we are about like 300 meters away from the JB checkpoint. As you can see, the green building and the silver color building on my 1 o'clock direction. If you observe the jam, it's only for the cars And luckily the motorcycle lane is not jammed. Hey na. We have already made past the Johor Bahru checkpoint. So the next stop that I'm going to bring you all is we are going to jbsentral. Okay, so we'd like to take a look what is there in the jbsentral. So let's go, come on. Woohoo! Okay, if you look behind me, there's actually a construction site. So what this construction site all about is actually the RTS link between Singapore and Malaysia. So the station behind me is actually Bukit Chaga RTS station. So in this RTS line, each country will have each station. So it's like one country, one station. So this RTS line will actually connect between the Bukit Chaga station behind all the way until the Woodlands North station, which is located in Singapore and is considerable distance away from the Woodlands checkpoint. So it is like 30% complete as of now, if I am not wrong, and it's slated to complete in 2026, nearing the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just arrived at the very famous hiapjoobakery, which I think among Singaporeans. So I'm gonna check out what they have in store behind. If I'm not wrong, they're gonna close at 4:30. So I'm thinking of what stuff to bring back to Singapore to share with my family. Okay, as you can see that I've just bought the banana cake from this store called hiapjoobakery and Biscuit Factory. So there's one thing I want to highlight is that when they give us this and the container is actually open, presumed because of the cake is like just baked and it's actually pretty hot, so they want to let the hot air comes out. So actually this one can be refrigerated for 2 days. Okay, so later when I get home I need to put this in the fridge. I also want to highlight that actually this store they have other stuff, for example like you can see the menu here. They do sell bread and also other cakes. I think the bread they very fast sold, so next time got to come early. Okay, so from here I'll be setting off to the next station called the Stulanglaut. Okay, so if I'm not wrong, it's just at the southeast of the checkpoint of JB. Okay, so I'm going there for the lunch stop. Then I'll explain what Stulanglaut is all about. Okay, so we have finally arrived at this place called KFC Stulanglaut. Okay, so what does it mean by Stulanglaut? Laut means the sea. If you can see behind me, this is actually the Johor Straits. So they also call it something like a sea. That's what Laut means. Stulang means the stilts, as you can see, like for example, like how they construct the kampong houses. So I'm actually here for a lunch stop. If you see a lot of those cranes at the construction sites, etc. Okay, the one that is actually nearer to us is the RTS link in the Malaysian soil, and the one that is in the background. You can see the one in the background with those orange cranes. These are the ones located in the Singapore soil. That is where the Woodlands North is. So as you can see, the Woodlands North is actually considerable distance away from the Johor Singapore Causeway. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to show you those chimneys, which is called the Senoko power plant. Again, it's located in Singapore. And okay, now back to Malaysia, and you can see there's one ferry terminal, which actually there are ferry services to Bintan, Batam. Okay, there's also a road here, and there's one school in front. That is the Funyu School, a secondary school, and they follow Chinese curricula over here. Okay. And there's also a McDonald's. So here is actually a quick view on this area of Stulanglaut. And not to forget, there's also a beach where you also see there are a lot of scavengers.
滑稽的角度用一个。